Alright, man, listen, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Y'all already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about this one. And I hope that the sisters that hear this, I hope you keep the same energy that you had when I told you that Nick Cannon was expecting his 9th child. Okay? I hope you keep that same energy with all that negative talk that you had for that man. I hope you keep that same energy for this sister right here. I don't have a problem with it. However somebody wants to live their life, that's their business. If she want to have 100 babies by 50 different men, that's her life to live. Do I think it's counterproductive? Do I think it looks good? I don't know. Let's talk about it. So, is Keke Wyatt preparing to have her 12th child? Was the headline. Shout out to MSN.com. So after welcoming her 11th child back in May, Keke Wyatt revealed that she may be ready to expand her family again. Wyatt is 40 years old and thinking about having another baby. She's 40 years old. She appeared on TV, once uncensored, unscripted, where she spoke on her dreams of having a large family as a child and the struggle of balancing her career and being an active parent. I always said that when I was a little girl, I wanted to have a lot of children. She revealed before admitting that she initially only wanted between 6 and 10 kids. I don't know not one little girl. I don't know not one little girl that's thinking about having babies. First of all, little girls play with dolls, okay? But if you're a little girl and you're thinking about having babies and how many babies you want to have, it might say something about your socioeconomic condition that you're in, what's going on around you, your environment, etc., etc. However, let's carry on. So, the Nothing in This World singer added, I think I'm going to do one more. At 40 years old, she thinks she's ready for another one. I keep saying one more, and that was 4 kids ago. So you see, this one more stuff ain't really working out. I love being a mama. And if I wasn't a mama, I don't think I would be who I am today. I started my career with a child, and I'm still in my career with 11 kids. So shout out to her for that, because there are a lot of entertainers who are, saying they had to choose between motherhood and having a baby. As you can see, Nicki Minaj just had a baby just the other day after, dominating her section of the music for over a decade. Her schedule was too busy to stop and have a baby, get pregnant, sit down for 9 months, deliver, recover, get back on the road. And in that meantime, they're in a fast-paced industry. So you got to keep up. And if you don't put anything hot out in, say, 2-3 months, it's like people forget about you because the new sensation has arrived on the scene. So by the time you get back, you better have a strong footing in the game, or else they'll be looking at you like a has-been. Lucky for Nicki Minaj, though, she the queen. So has-been is not on her stuff, not yet. Same thing for Rihanna. Rihanna has kept herself busy in other arenas and has been very successful with her Fenty brand and her the lingerie line and clothing and all that other good stuff. So she's Rihanna, but not too many artists can actually step away from the game, have a baby, take years off, and come back and still be as relevant as they were. You just got to be lucky to do that. A 1% can do it. Anyhow, Keke later shared how her mother encouraged her to believe that she could essentially have it all. They told me, if you have a baby, you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. You can't travel and such and such. My mom looked me in my eyes and she said, you can do whatever you want to do with or without a baby. Her mama started all this. In a separate extended clip, Wyatt revealed that Pastor L.W. Bolton III's Like Father, Like Son was the song that guided her through her most recent complicated pregnancy There was no day that went by that I didn't listen to that song, she said. Now, at the moment, the R&B diva Atlanta alum considered her 11th child, ZK, to be her miracle baby boy. Now, she has 11 kids, and she's talking about having one more to make it 12. And I don't see the outrage from the sisters, but I see a big outrage when we talk about Nick Cannon having a couple of baby mamas and multiple children by multiple women. Here's the thing. Keke didn't have all these babies by one man either. You know what I'm saying? Keke Wyatt is pregnant for her 11th time and is ready to welcome a new member to her family. I dug this one up from sportskita.com, right? She's pregnant. This is her last one, 11th time, and is ready to welcome a new member to her family. So she has 11 kids and counting. This is the singer's second child with her third husband, Zachariah Daring. Wyatt revealed the news through Instagram on February 20th and posed in a flowing silky red dress with a henna tattoo on her pregnant belly. She completed her look with matching red nails and a platinum blonde hair and all that other good stuff. She left a caption at the time that says, "My husband Zachariah David Daring and I are proud to announce that our family will be adding +1 to the Wyatt bunch." Sheesh. He's strong. He went in there with a woman that had 9 kids already and added some more to that. I mean, I think the average man would probably, take on a woman with 1 or 2, maybe 3, and then he has like 1 or 2 of his own or something. But what do you do when she has 9 kids already? Hey, man, I don't know. Her children and her personal life. So Keke Wyatt first she got married to her road manager, which was Ramat Morton. And she was only 18 years old at the time. And she married her road manager. If you could wrap your mind around that, an 18-year-old getting married to her road manager. Now, mind you, she was singing and was on the road before she was 18. So she hits 18 and her road manager marries her. You see, in this entertainment business, right, when parents put their children out there, it's kind of like those parents that brought their daughters to R. Kelly and was like, yeah, you're going to give her fame and a hit song, similar to what you did to Aaliyah or with Aaliyah. And you see the kind of relationship that morphed out of Aaliyah going to do music with R. Kelly, right? Okay, so like I said before, if she said she was a little girl thinking about how many kids she wanted to have and she figured about 8 or 10, and I'm saying I don't know too many little girls that think like that. Well, I don't know too many little girls. I'm a grown-ass man. However, I'm thinking, me growing up amongst females, I've never heard any of them say stuff like that, right? They're usually into girls' games growing up. And to have a child saying she wants to have 8 to 10 kids kind of says a lot about what's going on around her. All right, fast forward to her being 18. As soon as she's 18, her road manager marries her. They had 3 children together. Her sons, Keke Wyatt, Morton, and Raja. Kim Morton and her daughter, Ketara Victoria Morton. The names ain't important. She just had 3 kids with her first husband. She was 18 years old when he married her. However, that relationship had a lot of domestic violence issues in it. A domestic violence dispute between Wyatt and Morton was reported in the news in 2001, where the former explained that she stabbed her husband in self-defense to protect her children. We remember that. It took news headlines. She was heading to prison. She had stabbed him. He was in there beating her ass, according to what reports came out later. She filed for a divorce from that relationship in 2009 after an increased incidence of violence. kept on getting violent between her and him. They kept clashing, they kept fighting, decided it's time to go our separate ways. Can't have the kids seeing all this, and since we can't fix it, we gotta go away. We gotta go our separate ways. Good idea, right? Especially after a knife is involved and stabbing and all that. Okay, so towards the end of their marriage, Keke was pregnant with their fourth child. So she took 4 children from her first marriage. Now, even with all the fighting and stabbing and all that going on, they were still obviously being sexually involved. That is toxic as hell. And she's doing it with no birth control. Raw. And she leaves the relationship at the peak of its violence with a belly, pregnant. However, that child was not born because the child was born, but the child was born as stillbirth. That alone is traumatic. Now, she filed for divorce from that relationship in 2009. She was 39 years old back then. The 39-year-old then tied the knot with Michael Jamar Ford in 2010. She goes straight from an abusive relationship, straight from a traumatic relationship, from 18 years old to 39 years old. That took up a great chunk of her life, right? And you could pretty much say if you go through a program for that long, then that's very much a part of you. You need some detoxing. But she didn't have time to detox because she filed for divorce in 2009, and it was finalized quickly, apparently, for her to be married to a new person by 2010. She raised 6 children with Michael, including Michael's daughter from his previous relationship, and their son Kamar Vine Ford and Wyatt Michael Ford. So she gave him 2 more. That's 6. The famous television personality then gave birth to her 7th child, a daughter, and then she then announced her 8th pregnancy in April of 2017, and it was reported in September of 2017 that she was filing for a divorce again. She announced she was having a new baby April and then filing for divorce in September. 5 months after announcing a new baby coming into the marriage, she's filing for a divorce again. The Indianapolis native then welcomed her 8th child, Kendall Miguel Ford, on October 27th of 2017. That divorce was confirmed August of 2018. Keke then married her childhood ex-boyfriend, Zachariah Daring, October 18th of 2018, or October of 2018 rather. You see a pattern with her? She filed for divorce 2017 and was married to somebody new by 2018. Same thing that happened before, where she filed for divorce in 2009 and was married to somebody else by 2010. It's crazy. Yeah, and y'all got strength for Nick Cannon. Y'all better keep the same energy for Keke Wyatt. So she went back. She double backed, and she married her ex-boyfriend Zachariah Daring, October of 2018. Wyatt announced on October 14th of 2019 that she was now pregnant again with her 9th child this time. The songwriter then welcomed her 10th child on January 6th of 2020, and she recently announced her 11th pregnancy when this publication came out, and this one was published in February 21st of 2022, and now she is talking about she is ready for another one and thinks she's about to have her 12th child. Listen, I don't have much of anything to say. Okay, I just put these on the table so y'all can have a look at them, especially the sisters out there. If you have any good advice for Keke, just send your good advice. But I know, it's all good and it's her life and she can live it however she wants to and all that. But if that's what you're going to say, just remember the same thing for Nick Cannon as well. Or do you think that there's some kind of a difference Or are you about to say they're both messed up? I'll catch you on the next video. I'm going to just leave this one right here. All right. Y'all already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.